What's going on, guys? Mets Gaming here, and today we have another video for you. I'm on the community market today, and the reason for that is I'm just gonna take this video today and just kind of talk about how to make some stubs in this game. 'Cause, I know a lot of people are kind of budget players like me. You want to get your stub bank up so you could get some higher level players. But anyways, so before we hop into it though, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and let's hop into it. So I am on the player part of the community market here. Before I get into the tutorial, I just kind of want to like quickly explain the basics of the community market. So as you guys can see here, there are two numbers for each player. There's a buy now and a sell now. So I'm going to pull up Nolan Arenado, for example. So to the left there in that green box are all of the buy orders. So those are all the people that are willing to buy Nolan Arenado. So the top guy is going to pay 93,000 stubs for Nolan Arenado, and they're basically hoping that someone who's trying to sell it. So if you have this Nolan Arenado, you can place an order for anyone that just wants to straight up buy Nolan Arenado. They don't want to wait for an order to go through, so they'll pretty much just buy him right there. And then you have the sell now. These are people that are looking to get a card. So someone put 83,000 here. So if you have Nolan Arenado and you want to sell him right now, you could get 83,000 stubs for him. And now the prices are a little different because the community market does take 10%, so it's a little different, but that's kind of how it works here. Kind of two ways you can buy a card. You can just buy them straight up, or you could put in a sell order. So if I wanted to buy like a gold down here, we'll use one that I'll actually put in here. Um, I don't know, like say if I wanted to buy this Cliff Floyd or Cliff Lee, I could put a buy order in, and I could put it in for 2,451. You always want to overcut that guy by one, so then you'll have the top one. Or if I have him and I want to sell him for the most amount of stubs, I would put in a sell order for one less. Let's be 69. That's kind of how the community market works here. Now I'm going to talk about kind of how to make stubs on this game. So it's pretty much called flipping cards. So the first way that I always do it here is I always look for cards with a big differential between their buy now and their sell now. It depends on the player how much. I usually look for a couple hundred, sometimes 1,000. So these gold cards are really good for that. There's also a lot of transactions around them. So it should go pretty quick. Like this Juan Soto 500. I think I saw Chris Bryant back here, like 600 or so. But these are kind of cards. These are really good ones. These are for if you have a lot of stubs here and you want to risk some. If you want to take the safe way, you could go for a lot more smaller cards, like the 75 through 79 range. These cards usually have like a 200 gap or so. Like this Dylan Betances here. I'm gonna kind of show you guys right here. So someone put up a buy order for 866. So I'm gonna put in a better order, 867, and I'm gonna leave it there, so that if someone wants to sell me Dylan Betances, then I will get him for 867 stubs. And then once I get Dylan Betances, I can then come over and sell him. I'm just gotta wait for someone to sell me that Dylan Betances. Especially early in the game here, there's my Dylan Betances order. So now that I have Dylan Betances, I'm going to come over to create a sell order, and I'm now gonna undercut the person by one stub. So once this goes through here, I know it's a much smaller card, but I am going to make about 100 stubs off of this one transaction. I mean, these smaller cards here, these are kind of a good way to start. I mean, if you're really getting into it, so there's my sell order for him. Now I just gotta exit out here and come back in, and there are my stubs. So I made some stubs there. If you do this a lot, like if you do this for, I don't know, like 10, 20, 30 cards a day, you'll actually be going up a couple thousand. I got guys that are making 100,000 stubs a day off this. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll do one more here. You gotta look for. I know that one was only 400. You probably gotta look for maybe up in the 500 range. And above there. It's like Noah Syndergaard right here. We will put a buy order in for Syndergaard 3049, and we'll wait for someone to sell us Noah Syndergaard. And you can even if you don't have the card here, you can kind of put in something here. So this is what I would sell them for. So I would make about 200 stubs off of this one gold card. I'm actually gonna take this off here and save my stubs there. But the really high up ones here are these diamonds. I mean, if you really have the stubs for them, you could do these and you could be making a couple thousand, maybe a couple hundreds. Like I think there was, yeah, like these cards, like that's a 5,000 difference right there. It's like 40,000. Like if you find a way to get this card here, you could put an order up there and you could make like 30,000 just off of that one transaction. But it's a gamble though, because if you spend 113,000, people might not buy it for 152,000. So it's always a gamble here. Just kind of a quick tutorial, guys. Hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I know I'm not the best at explaining this. But that's going to do it for the video, guys, today. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace out.